Hi friends, welcome back to my session. And before of this session, we had discussed about MFA delete feature on the S3 bucket. So we had discussed everything. What is the necessity of enabling the MFA delete feature on the S3 bucket, and what is the purpose, what is the use, everything we had discussed in the last session. And in the current session, we are going to discuss about the one of the feature of the S3 bucket, that is a server access logging. So what is the purpose of server access logging and where we are going to use this option? So everything we are going to discuss in the current session. Just I am opening the small notepad for you for your reference. So here server access logging. Generally, in networking, in any resources for any missions, whatever the things it may be. So we need to analyze the issues with the help of logs, event logs. Generally, suppose if any router is down, generally you all heard about router switches, mission is nothing but servers, everything. So generally in real-time scenarios, how we can identify the exact issue what happening on server? Suppose if one of the server has suddenly went down, I don't know the exact reason. So what is the purpose? So why it went down? So how I will be identified? So based on the log files it has been generated. So based on the log files, in log files I will get everything. So whatever the events which has been performed by any user on that specific resources, I will be able to access those things with the help of a log event files. So from once I get the log file in my hand, so I will be able to find the root cause analysis. So what the things which is exactly happening in those resources. So based on that analysis, I will conclude. So because of so on, what the reasons behind, so to get the resource failed. So generally it is used for the troubleshooting purpose. Generally log file is used for troubleshooting. Okay. So in S3 bucket, how we are going to save the log file, means how the option will be enabled, how we are going to check everything we are going to discuss here. Okay. And generally what is the purpose of login? It is mainly used to maintain the information about what is happening on S3 bucket and the objects in the S3 bucket. So suppose if suddenly my S3 bucket is not available for use, at the time I need to check, I need to analyze. So what happened to my S3 bucket? So if I have the log file with me, then I will be able to trace out the root. So what happened to my S3 bucket? What went wrong? At the same time, the objects in the S3 bucket, what are the activities I am going to perform on the objects which are in the S3 bucket. So with the help of the log files, I will be able to trace out. And generally, what information will be recorded? The date, time, the source IP, the bucket name, the object name, and the method. So the method which is using to retrieve everything. So we'll be able to find on the log file. Okay. So without wasting time, we can quickly jump into the practical session. Then you will get the better understanding how the flow will be there. And one more thing, I will let you know in the process. Right now, I'm just open my AWS page. Here, I don't have any buckets with me right now. So I'm going to create one of the bucket. Simply for your understanding, just I'm making my bucket name is all ones. Okay, fine. Uh, I make as ACL enabled. Okay, block disable. Okay, fine. I just need to acknowledge the same and bucket versioning enable. So rest of all things I am going to leave blank. I am just creating the bucket. The bucket will be created. So fine. So I am suppose in this bucket, if I enable the log file option, what happened? So first of all, I need to check. So if I just open the bucket here in the properties, I will be able to find the option to enable the server access logging. So if I want to click here, if I click on enable, it is asking the destination. Suppose I'm going to set the log file system for this bucket. The bucket name is this one, double one, double, double, all ones. So if I save the log files in the same bucket, suppose if I totally the bucket went down, then I'm not able to access the log file because of the log file is in the S3 bucket only. So if the S3 bucket went down, then I can't be able to get the log file to check what really happened to the S3 bucket. So instead of doing that, what I will do? I'm just selecting the another S3 bucket in the same region. So whatever the log files which has been generated from this S3 bucket, the log files will be generated in the bucket which I had selected. Suppose if the S3 bucket went down, then I don't have any issue because of my log files has been stored in the another S3 bucket. So from that S3 bucket, I will be able to access the log file. So I will be able to make the root cause analysis based on that log file. Okay. So for that reason, I'm going to create the one more S3 bucket in the same region. Right now, which region I'm going, right now in which region I had been created? In Mumbai. So in the same region, I'm going to create one more bucket for the logging purpose. Okay. Here I just left all things normal. Just click on create bucket. Oh, something. Okay. The bucket name is already taken. Okay. Oh, this is too many letters. Fine. Right now, I hope it will take. Fine. The second bucket has been created. Okay. Here, just have a look. I'm opening the first bucket where I need to enable the option for the server access logging. This is my main bucket. Just please see here the server access login. Just right now it has been disabled mode. So just click on the edit option. I just need to click the enabled option. So I need to browse the option. Right now I'm going to select the second bucket which is in the same region. Okay, fine. Uh, destination prefix means in this format my log files will going to save. Okay, and this methodology will be used for to speed up analytics and query applications. Use this format. If I want to use this log files for any query application, I'm going to use the format. Generally it is recommended. Suppose if I have the specific requirement to use this log files for the query applications, then I can select this option. Okay, and log file every time. S3 event time. The year, the month, and the day will be based on the timestamp of S3 event in the file that has been delivered. Okay. The log file delivery time means the year, the month, or the day will be based on the time when the log file was delivered to the S3. Means S3 event time means it will make the time the S3 event on the timestamp of S3 event. Whatever the event happened in the S3, the time will be mentioned here. But here log file, what happened whenever it was delivered to the another S3 bucket now, so that time will be recorded. So obviously what the exact time I require S3 event time only I needed because of then only I will be able to understand it clearly when the things hasn't happened on the S3 bucket. Okay, just click on save changes. Then the feature has been successfully enabled. So whenever right now from now onwards whatever the objects which has been uploaded, whatever the things I had made in this S3 bucket, all those will be recorded through log files. So these log files will automatically replicated in the S3 bucket which I had been chosen. Okay, the second bucket. So but immediately it will not reflect, it will take some time. So you can check here how much time. Just make this query. How much time reflect for S3 server access login in AWS? It can take several hours for logs. At the same time, some hours to days. So that's why we can't wait for some several hours now. So that's why we are just leaving that. So this is the thing. This is the way we are going to enable. Suppose if you want to check right now what you will do, you are going to create one more bucket in Northern Virginia. So for your reference, I'm just showing you. Okay. So here create a bucket. This is the bucket, na third bucket, na. So just okay, just create the bucket. So once the bucket has been created, As usual, just go to the bucket one, and in the meanwhile, just please have a look on this. Just please have a look. The three bucket has been created in the Northern Virgin region. The rest of the 1 and 2 buckets are in the Mumbai region, and the third bucket is in Northern Virginia region. Suppose if I log into the bucket 1 and go to properties and go to the server access login, earlier what I had made, I had selected the bucket number 2 which is in the same region of Mumbai. Suppose if I want to browse anything, the third bucket is not visible here because of the buckets in the same region will be here available. So I can't select the bucket which is in the another region. So for the purpose only, I'm just created the bucket for your reference in the Northern Virginia region. Okay. Uh, Hope you people enjoyed this topic. Okay. Thank you. We'll join in the next section. Bye bye.